Welcome to week 2. This is the lab lecture for week 2. In this lab this week, you're going to be doing some utility bill analysis. Basically, when we look at individual utility bills, there's 3 basic areas that we're looking at. The first one is, are there any mistakes? The second one, is the proper tariff or billing rate being applied for the type of building that it is? Number 3, are proper exemptions being applied? So what kind of range of mistakes can we have? The first one that we should look at is, was the meter real, actual, or estimated? So when the company came out and read the meter, did they do an actual or an estimated meter read? Was the actual meter read accurate? That can be a trick sometimes to figure out if that's true. Third, does the meter number on the bill match the meter number on the billing location? A lot of companies have a lot of different meters. Occasionally the wrong bill or the meter doesn't match the bill. So there's a mismatch there. Are the right tariff costs being applied? So we can look at what rate the company is on. We can go to the actual description of the rate and determine if they were actually applying the correct values on the bill. And then finally, does the math add up? So the first thing, if we go through here and look, on this bill, this actually was an actual meter read, and that's a good thing. If we see any utility bills that have an estimated read, that's a cause for concern. For the first thing is, if I'm trying to do a energy utilization index, I should have all actual meter reads. I shouldn't have any estimated. The other thing is, if you're trying to do an Energy Star rating for a building, or you're trying to do a LEED accreditation for a building, the government does not allow any of the utility billing used in the evaluation to be estimated. They all have to be actual. So seeing as how you're paying for an actual meter read in the customer charge, if I see any estimated bills, that leads to a recommendation for the customer to contact the utility company and ask for all actual meter reads. So, again, actual versus estimated. Some of the things that we just talked about, if the meter read was actual, does the math on the bill add up? Does the meter read match the meter? If the meter read was estimated, you should have the owner call a utility company. We just talked about that. Estimated bills should not be used in a utility baseline or benchmark. So it's sort of a review or a summary of what we just talked about. Again, we talked about where the meter number was. This is another potential mistake. This meter number in the bill should match the actual meter number on the meter in the field. So those should be looked at. The next thing, tariff charges. Take time to download the tariff description that matches the utility bill from the utility company website. Most utility companies nowadays post their full tariff book online, so you can actually go in and look and see the description of a particular utility bill. In the example on this slide, the utility company is on rate 1210. The electrical general primary rate for an industrial. I should be able to download that rate structure from the utility company's website and go in and see what kind of charges there were for each of the different line items on the bill. You want to make sure this tariff charges matches what's actually on the bill. Now in Lab 2, you'll have downloaded Lab 2 form. That's what you're going to have. On this lab, there are 3 different electrical bills with questions that follow. What you're going to do is you're going to analyze the bill and answer each question for that bill. You're going to answer the questions by filling in the form. When you're done, you're going to save the form, again changing the name of the file to something with your name involved, and attach it back to me for grading. Again, make sure you keep track of what the due dates are for labs. So in this lab, there's only one submittal, and that would be Lab 2 form with all the answers filled out for the 3 utility bills. This ends Lab Lecture 2. You now can proceed to Lab 2 and complete.